Let's take a little look-see at these upcoming offensive free agents for the Vikings. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. We got a plethora of free agents this coming off season. We're going to go talk just the offensive free agents. We're going to talk about maybe if they'll stay, if they'll go, some general thoughts.
Yeah, plethora. That word means a lot for any of those of you who do not know that. So that's what that means. And if you want to have a plethora of winnings, download the Underdog Fantasy app, promo code SKULL, match up to your first 100 bones. And they also give you a new customer offer, which is basically a gimme. They give you a free pick.
Do it. Easiest place to play fantasy. And also, before we get into this, are we allowed to toot our horn just a little bit?
I think that's fine.
All right. If anybody who hasn't heard yet, this is real. This is real. Justin Jefferson is holding the Onebar and Lupagus Stud of the Week trophies. That is real. That is not photoshopped. Look at that.
Well, I don't think he's just holding. I think he's cherishing them. I think he's actually cherishing them.
Mesmerized by these things. So that was beautiful to see. We saw that on Vikings.com. So we're going to continue to send those hot and heavy. What an item he scored. But let's talk some offensive free agents. And let's start off. We're going to go in little tiers here. Let's start off with the first four, going one by one.
Yeah, let's start with Kirk Cousins, the big one, the big talker. There's rumors going around that the Vikings will have either a deal done or know that he's gone before free agency starts. And that's the question. Kirk Cousins, 35 years old, coming off an Achilles injury. We all saw how bad life is without Kirk Cousins. The flip side is that, eventually it's going to end. So there's also a large contingent of folks out there who just say, you know what, let's pull the plug now and move on.
Well, this comes down to what he says. He's open to a team-friendly deal. And damn near he said he would give us a team-friendly deal. What a team-friendly deal means is one thing. I'm on board with bringing Kirk Cousins back at a reasonably very, very friendly deal. 2 years, and we still draft a quarterback. That's it.
Yeah, you asked me about 3 weeks ago. I'm like, hell yes, bring Kirk Cousins back. Absolutely. Now I could go either way, honestly. I would like to have him back. If you bring him back, I still think you draft a quarterback fairly high. That doesn't mean you don't. And you let the young guy learn behind him. But again, I still think with this offense, there's so many weapons. You can compete with Kirk Cousins as your quarterback. So, yeah, I'm fine either way.
If I had to guess, not if I want or not, I would say he's going to be back. Here's the thing. Don't wait till the fourth round to draft a quarterback. Mm-hmm. If he comes back, draft a first-round quarterback. He is your backup, and he is no third-string bullshit. He's your backup quarterback, and he will be the quarterback in 2 years.
Yeah, so I agree. I think he's also going to be back.
All right, let's go to Dalton Risner. Dalton Risner, fantastic pass blocker, not a great run blocker. I don't think he gave up a sack, and I just saw some site was projecting him to be a 3-year, $24 million contract. He earned it.
I'd dish that out for Dalton Risner. Hell yeah. We traded Ezra Cleveland after he came in. The O-line really gelled there for a while. I mean, I think when everybody was healthy, that unit was playing at a high level for probably, 3, 4, maybe even 5 weeks. They didn't give up a sack. Maybe his run blocking's not the great, but you know what? Didn't matter. We couldn't run the football anyway. Hell yes, bring back Dalton Risner. And he's a great locker room guy. The dude just loves the Vikings, loves the culture, loves the purple. And any post-game interview with Dalton Risner is a must listen.
Only reason I want Dalton Risner back, I love him more than they got it if they change center. They can't bring the same offensive line back. Garrett Bradbury cannot be back if Dalton Risner's back.
The left guard can be back, that's for damn sure.
So if we brought the exact same offensive line back, you'd be fine with us forking over $24 million.
I would like to upgrade at center, but I also don't think they're going to. So I'm
just saying they could back. If they need a bruiser guard there next to Bradbury that can run block, or we need a center that can run block because Garrett Bradbury cannot.
I don't know. We've seen it Ingram on the right side. He's a bruiser. He can run block, and still we have issues up the middle. So I don't know what the issue is with Bradbury,
center.
But I think you can draft like not a third round pick, 4th round center. He could play.
That's fine. We cannot go back with the same offensive line. Brandon freaking Powell made $1.2 million last year. Had the best season of his freaking career.
He did. Stepped up when we needed him to. Shifty, quick, punt returner. He showed some balls, maybe some ballsy moves, ballsy catches. Made us a little bit nervous back there as a punt returner, but kind of an underrated signing last offseason. Not even sure if he was going to make the team when we brought him in. I like Brandon Paul. I say screw it, bring him back.
Oh yeah, I mean 1.2 million. I think he makes 1.5 if we re-sign him. I mean, he's not going to be a guy that all of a sudden commands a lot of money. I wouldn't mind bringing him back to be our number 3, potentially 4 wide receiver. Punt returner, he really wasn't that good. He caught the ball, but when you look at his averages and stuff, it wasn't fantastic. But
yeah,
it's an added
bonus. A couple
bonus.
decent ones that were called back with penalty. I mean, he had a couple there where he showed some wiggle and some burst, but yeah, bring him back.
Well, that has a lot to do with our next one. KJ Osborne, 26-year-old, looking to make some bank.
He is looking to make some bank. And if he's in Minnesota, he's never going to be more than number 3. I think he knows that. I'm guessing there's got to be at least one team out there that can see him, will want to bring him in as their number 2. So I think he will get a decent contract. And this year, probably his worst year in purple. A lot of drops. I think he had, 7 drops this year?
Yucky.
Very uncharacteristic for KJ Osborne. So I think he moves on. I think the teams are ready to move on. I think we're all ready to move on from KJ Osborne.
Yeah, I mean, not to sound rude, but we don't need him. I mean, you got Addison, you got Jefferson. There's only so much money you can put at the wide receiver position. Brandon Paul will come back. I'm sure we'll probably draft a receiver. We always do. So KJ Osborne, go out there, get some money, be a number 2 somewhere, and prove us wrong.
Thank you for your service, too.
Thank you. Thank you. You had some great years. We wrote you off way too early, and you all of a sudden ripped it up. I put Greg Joseph as offense just because there's no way in hell we're doing a special teams video. So Greg Joseph, the 29-year-old kicker, he's free to go if you'd like.
I'm done with him. He wasn't good last year. We brought him back. He's worse this year. Greg Joseph, get the hell out of here. We can find any kicker who can do that. Probably
you were a Greg Joseph apologist past offseason. You did not want to. You wanted. Who was the kicker that we brought in? You thought Greg Joseph was so much better than him.
Anybody.
Who was the dude that we brought in from
that guy from Georgia, Pod Lesney?
Yeah, you wanted Greg Joseph. You wanted that job to be his so bad.
Over Pod Lesney, yeah, but Greg Joseph, any scuzz free agent off the street, 38-year-old kicker who pretty much works at the Legion downtown in his spare time would be better than Greg Joseph.
Sounds like my father. My father's going to be our kicker next year. Chase McLaughlin is a free agent.
He's got a gross toe injury. I don't know if you've seen it. It's disgusting.
I have seen it. I've seen it many times.
Yeah, McLaughlin. Hell yeah. Why not?
So Greg Joseph, I don't know. They seem very stubborn with this guy. I won't be
weird.
surprised if he's back. I hope he's not back.
I hope he's not either. But KLC, I don't know. It's those long field goals he's made that just
yippee.
He did hit.
I don't want to talk about Greg Joseph anymore. Please, no. Anything.
Get him the hell out of here.
Josh Dobbs, short conversation. He won't be back.
No, and you said it earlier. A rookie, a highly drafted rookie, should be our backup quarterback next year. If we bring
Johnny freaking Munt, the 29-year-old who had the catch of his freaking lifetime against the Lions on 3rd and 75.
Yeah, maybe I'm in the minority here, but I want Johnny Munt back. I think the dude, I've always said it, he's a drive starter. Whenever he gets that first catch on 1st and 10, start a drive, it always seems to go well. He can step up. He made some plays last week. He's going to be cheap. Johnny freaking Munt. Yes, bring him back. You
know why he's going to be cheap? He's not very good. That's why he's cheap. It's
Nick Muse time. He's a backup for a reason.
This is Nick Muse time. Here's the thing. We can't bring all these same guys back. We're going to have the same team. I know that it's a depth move. I know it's just like, hey, we got to fill in these somewhere. Bring some new blood in here. Get some new players in here. We need and Johnny Munt isn't a game changer, and whoever's going to replace him isn't a game changer. But let's try to do something new here. And if that's Nick Muse, let's see what you got.
It's Johnny freaking Munt. It's his job. He's coming back. Munsky. Do it.
I'm so glad you're not our GM. Austin Schlottman, 28 years old, depth piece center, backup center currently.
Yeah, I don't
want to bring him back too. You're bringing everybody else back.
No, he's just a dude. He's just a guy. You can find any Austin Schlottman out there anywhere. So no need to bring back Austin Schlottman.
So you can find any Austin Schlottman out there, but you can't find a Johnny Munt anywhere.
I like Johnny Munt. Everybody he knows Johnny the offense. Munt. He knows the system. I don't know why you wouldn't bring him back. He's not going to cost anything.
Our system is severely broken. We're 7-10.
You don't have TJ Hawkinson. Johnny Munt is a nice depth piece, good team-friendly cost. There's no reason not to bring him back.
I'm just so on board this offseason to change it up. 7-10. It was ugly. It was
Well,
so.
there's gonna be a lot of changes on the defensive side for sure.
Well, offense had their issues as well. Q-Bear, these last three, all offensive line. Q-Bear, 33 years old. Just to note, our backup right tackles right now are Q-Bear and Adeniji. That's it.
Yeah, Q-Bear. I mean, the guy played well. The question is, he's 33 years old. Does he want to continue to play football or not? I would bring him back as a depth piece. Actually, I would bring back Q-Bear.
Yeah, he was fine. He played well. He can play either side. If he wants to come back, hell yeah. Oliudo, I can't remember what the hell he tore. Something very badly.
Yeah,
It wasn't an ACL, but still only 26, which I'm surprised.
Yeah, and he's not very good either. I'm not a big Oli Udo guy, and
spurts. He goes in spurts.
It's weird. I think we can move on from Udo and Chris Reed. I know he was on there too. A short conversation there. I don't think there's any reason to bring him back.
No. The only thing is that pretty much leaves us with no backups, anything. But like I said, I'm game for getting rid of everybody. Like if I could pick, like I want Brandon Powell back. I want Dalton Reisner back if we get a new center. We already talked Kirk Cousins, but everybody else, okay, bring Q-Bear back. Everybody else, goodbye.
Yeah, I'd bring back Q-Bear, Munt, Powell, Reisner, and Cousins. I can go either way.
All right, that is the offensive free agents. I'll be very curious to see what they do. Something tells me Kevin O'Connell is he's gonna change things up.
I don't know, but he also grows quite attached to players too. So we'll see what happens. Let us know in the comments. Who do you want to come back? Who do you want to go bye-bye? How bad do you want Johnny Munt to return in 2024? And remember this, Will Smith's first name is not William, it is Willard.